Hello everybody, how you doing? Hope you're okay. I've been working on a little video here. I've been trying to see if I can calculate a realistic price for XRP in the 2025 bull run. So I'm going to go through how I've worked out and calculated these prices that I'm about to relay at the end of the video. Please bear in mind, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm not a crypto advisor. I'm not an accountant. I'm not a tax advisor. I'm just a noob, and I'm just interested in crypto, and I'm just doing it for fun. So if you'd like to bear that in mind whilst you're watching this video, that would be appreciated. And if you could please like and subscribe and comment, that would also be appreciated. So let's dive into this information. It might hurt your head a little bit. It's definitely hurt mine. It's taken quite a number of hours to do this, although I've enjoyed doing it, but it's taken quite a number of hours to do it, and I can understand why I haven't seen a video similar to this out there on the interwebs or YouTube. It doesn't mean that it hasn't been done, but I just haven't come across it. It's taken quite a lot of hours to compile this data. So first of all, how do I get the answer? To get the answer is quite easy. I've just looked at previous data. I couldn't quite get all of the data that I wanted in one source. I've had to look around the internet to source the information, but it's quite insightful. So here we go. You can see here, this is the Bitcoin prices at the top of each of the cycles, 2013, 2017, 2021, and here's 2025. What you'll notice is that the price increase has been steadily dropping over time. So from release to the top of the first cycle, it went up a hell of a percentage, and then from the first to the second cycle, the gradient has decreased, and again the gradient has decreased, and people are predicting again the gradient will decrease, and so on and so forth. This picture also displays that 4-year market cycle theory is a really genuine pattern that crypto has been following since release in 2009 or 2008. This chart here is quite interesting. This graph, or this curve, is quite true in the way in which Bitcoin has been following this curve. It's interesting. This chart is very interesting. So it shows that Bitcoin has always topped out, always in November or December, and you can go through the charts and look at it, but the way that this breaks down the cycles is quite nice. There's a definite start and a definite end, and a definite decline and a definite peak in each of these cycles, and you can see that that there's a curve, and the increase has been large and gotten smaller and smaller and smaller over time. This chart here is really interesting. It shows just how cyclical the cycles are, and it's like to a T. It's almost to a T. These cycles are so, I don't know, they have to be programmed by an algorithm. There's no other way to describe it, but you can see that it's almost perfect. 35 bars, 45 bars, 47, 47, 12, 12, 12, 14. Okay, that's an outlier, but 35 bars. This is November, December, November, October. Oh, they're predicting October. Anyway, it's so cyclical. So based on this information, I drew my own little chart because I wasn't able to get the information I wanted. You can see that this circle is meant to represent the increase, and the increase has gotten smaller and smaller and smaller. This circle is the decline, which started off quite small and has gotten bigger and bigger, and potentially it's going to be bigger. Using these trend lines, you can kind of work out approximately a realistic expectation of where the 2025 overall crypto market cap is going to top out, and I predict that the overall crypto market cap is going to top out at about $7.3 trillion. However, this prediction is a little bit woolly, in all honesty. just because I've drawn a few curves and a few lines and a few circles and a few squares, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be $7.3 trillion. But what I do find interesting, though, is that 7.2 is not far away from $7.6 trillion. And if we look at the Gematria calculator and type in the word Ripple on the word Ripple on the ordinal cipher returns 76. So if and I like the number 76, it's to do with Ripple, and if XRP were to have a great big run, then 76 isn't, or 7.6 trillion isn't really that far away from 7.3 trillion. So I've based my overall market cap for 2025 on the number 7.6 trillion. I know that doesn't really have any basis, but it is just a prediction, and I had to settle for a number, and you know, that number is as good as any in my opinion, and it seems to follow the trend as I've tried to display in this graph. So based on that 7.6 trillion, I've then derived these answers and prices, and I've also given some other variables lower than 7.6 trillion and somewhat higher, and then changed some of the variables. I'll explain more in a moment. Along the top of the spreadsheet here, I've got the 4-year cycle theory information, and it's in relation to XRP, and the data is on the date listed above. 5th of December 2013 was when XRP created its all-time high in the first crypto market bull run, and the price of XRP was 6.1 cents. And you can see that the circulating supply was less than 8 billion tokens, and the market dominance was about 3%, with a £480 million market cap on a 15.6 billion total market, which is unbelievable. Just $15 billion in the entire crypto market. 2018 that exploded up to 761 billion, and XRP's market cap was 128 billion, and there was it was about 17% market dominance for XRP, and from that you can work out the circulating supply, which was about 38 billion tokens. So 8 billion to 38 billion. In 2021 there was about 45 billion on the market, and today there's 53 billion. And you can see the dominance for XRP is really, really low. And it was also very low on the 14th of April 2021 when it made its $1.96 cycle high. It wasn't a new all-time high, it was just a cycle high, with a market cap of about $89 billion. And I've got some other information here that may or may not be interesting. Let's go down to the predictions. This prediction here is based on something David Schwartz has said, and the reason why I'm showing this number of $27 statically across this chart is because David Schwartz has openly said in the public domain that the XRPL's ODL feature unlocks new capabilities at the price of $27 and above. So based on the market cap that I'm predicting of about $7.6 trillion, I've tried to work out if it's possible for XRP to hit $27 based on a $7.6 trillion market cap for the entirety of crypto. And I've done it by using market dominance and different market caps. So at $7.6 trillion, if XRP had a 19% market dominance, it would be possible with the circulating supply to have a $27 XRP, and so on and so forth, with 5 trillion, 6 trillion, 8 trillion, 10, 9, 10, and it's the current circulating supply, and you can see the dominance. Now, this dominance here, 28.97%, 29% for all intents and purposes, is actually quite realistic. XRP's all-time high for overall market dominance is actually 31.33%. So this guess at 29% is a realistic guess in my opinion. And the reason why the dominance would be quite high is because the overall market cap would be quite low. The larger the market cap gets, the lower the dominance needs to be, or the lower the dominance would be, based on the same circulating supply. You can see these numbers here. I think this is a key piece of information that David Schwartz has dropped in the past. This one here, I think, is a lot more logical and reasonable. So I'm saying that the market cap would be, and this is just boring plain maths, and it's not difficult to calculate it. So I'm saying $7.6 trillion for the overall market. I've guessed a market dominance for XRP of 15% across the board. I've changed the numbers for the overall market cap along the top, and then simply by inputting the dominance and dividing that by the overall market cap gives you the market cap of XRP, and from there the market cap divided by the circulating supply, you can work out the price per token. And here I've done the same, except with the all-time high market dominance of 31.33%, and it gives these prices at these overall market caps. I actually think that these ones here, by the way, are pretty unrealistic. I think that these prices within this block are more realistic, and that's based on the, by the way, the 31.33% equaling the market dominance all-time high is using the same circulating supply as there is today. The reason why I'm using not really going over 60 billion, or well, I haven't gone over 58 billion circulating supply, is that I've heard a lot of YouTubers state that the XRP locked in the escrow will never see the light of day. We could only be seeing as little as, I don't know, 58 billion or 60 billion XRP ever in circulating supply, because they won't particularly want the global elites, or the financial global elites won't want all of the XRP in supply. So I've capped it at, say, 58 billion, and then if the market dominance were lower within this square, you can see that the prices are different. They're actually a lot lower. So realistically, I actually think that this run, this 2025 bull market, XRP is potentially going to hit somewhere between $9 and maybe up to $50. I know I said this is unreasonable, but $9 to $50, that's what previous data to predict future data is kind of showing. Now, I appreciate that some people might think that that's a bit vague or woolly, or the prices aren't really something that you're interested in, but bear in mind these are quite low market caps, and I think that this 2025 bull market is the last bull market before the Wild West ends, the Wild West of crypto, before the big institutions come in. These prices here are going to be mostly retail driven. There could be institutional money, or more institutional money entering the market, and I sincerely hope there is. So for that, I have calculated some Easter egg, and you can see what they are here. This is all of the world's M2 money supply at 21 trillion, $59 XRP. This is all of the top 5 asset under management funds. So BlackRock, Vanguard, Fidelity, State Street, and JP Morgan, 30 trillion with a 15% dominance would put XRP at $84. And then Rishi Sunak made some really bold statements in 2021 in COP26, which was hosted in Glasgow, and he specifically and quite clearly stated that they had 140 trillion, I think it was 140 trillion, to onboard into the new global green economy. If XRP were to see 15% if all of that money were to go into the crypto market cap, and the market cap were 140 trillion, and XRP had 15% of the slice, it would put XRP at just under $400 a token. And then over here we've got Swift's, I think it was the year 2021, annual throughput which was $1.46 quadrillion, and if XRP was to have 15% of that, it would price XRP at $4,000 a token. Now, I'm not saying that these prices aren't realistic, because I totally think that they are. It's just that in this 2025 bull market, the ISO migration wouldn't have finished, the adoption wouldn't have finished, and the entire globe won't be using XRP and digital currency and DLT and all of this and all of that in global finance. So until global finance kicks off, I don't think we see those prices until then. 2025 bull market, I'm sort of saying that without utility, we're going to see a $9 to maybe $53 XRP, and you should possibly plan accordingly. Based on that $9 to $53 XRP, we can now calculate bags, and I've got some rudimentary calculations here. It's within the same spreadsheet, as you can see, and I'm basing it on a 5,000 XRP bag. And today's price, this is actually US dollars, apologies, it says GBP, but I've done this in US dollars just because the first portion of the video or the breakdown was done in US dollars, so it's to save any confusion. So today the price of XRP is 63 cents, and 5,000 XRP would cost you $3,170. Now I've put some exit prices here, and based on the whole 5,000 bag. So at $9, your $3,170 investment would return $45,000, $75,000, 1,000. Here at $25, it's quite interesting. In fact, let's just input 27 because that was the number I was keen on. So 5,000 XRP at $27 equals $135,000, and you can see the numbers are all here. I'll just leave that screen on for just a moment in case you want to look. Now you can edit this spreadsheet and put bigger numbers in if you want. I chose 5,000 because I know that most people have got about 5,000 XRP. I know there are lots of you have got way more than that, and that's fine, but I just wanted to do this for the lowest common denominator, and now I'm just putting in, badly, $10,000 as well, and you can see that the numbers grow. Some of you guys have got 30,000 XRP, so 30,000 XRP at $27 is $810,000 if you were to sell it all. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, not an accountant, not a tax advisor. Just like making videos because I'm a nerd and invested in XRP and etc, etc, etc. I hope this video wasn't too glum. It's obviously quite boring going over numbers and statistics and things like that. I'm also a little bit tired. I pulled an all-nighter trying to cobble all of this together, but I wanted to know the answer for myself. So since I wanted to know the answer for myself, I thought I would share it with everybody here. I hope it wasn't too bad. Please click like if you don't mind. Please, if you found any value in what I've shared, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Please turn on notifications. Please comment as well. At the moment, my YouTube channel is so teeny tiny that scammers don't comment on it. So if you wanted to put any comments on there, I'd see them, read them, and reply. All the best. Thanks a lot. Cheers.